Okay, we're back in the shed. It is Monday, day after Christmas. And we're still trying to figure this one out. I've got this one opened up. I believe I've covered some of this in the previous video. Making some comparison checks on resistance to some of these connection points onto here. This here that we're looking at is the Bomber radio from Texas, and this one over here is the Clipper radio from California. Now I've been making some resistance checks on these things, and there's not a great deal of discrepancy from one to the other. I've made some test theories on the connections to some of the these here are original. Well, they're not original capacitors. They are capacitors that were already in place when it was recapped sometime in the past, and I'm not really sure when that was. It's been a while, and I'm not really sure if this radio was even operational then, but I'm assuming it was because we tested it in the previous video, and it's functional on all bands as far as I can tell, and it operates pretty good. Now I made some disconnects on this thing, like this little gizzy wire here on that coil, to see why I was getting readings on some points and not readings on the other radio on those same points. And I still haven't figured it out. Yeah. So, but as far as the I made all these things here, and I made all the point-to-point voltage checks on these things, and they're not far off from each other. I mean, they're within 10% of each other. I made additional graphics and checked this is to make checks on the tonal connection points, because I was getting readings that were a little off on those, but on further investigation, they're coming close to each other, within 20%. On this, where's my pump-a-dipper there? Okay, on that connection right there, that is the case of the tuner. Over here is the other one, right down in there. There are 3 mounting points, 2 of which are connected to other components in the string. And I'm getting a reading on that and not getting a reading on the other. Well, somewhat of a reading, but they're not as close as all the other the resistance checks on the thing. So I brought this radio up after I did the last video and made some preliminary tests on it, and I was picking up shortwave on 3 of the other shortwave bands, and getting fair response on the broadcast band, but I had to have the antenna, the wave mast, yeah, I guess that's what they call it, up. And when I dropped it down and took it offline and went to the wave magnet, I lost about a third or a fourth of the stations. So this wave magnet antenna and this radio had been damaged. It was split right there, and it seemed to me there was another point on this where there was another split, but I guess not. But the wire inside that tube was still good. I didn't discover any breaks on it because I do get resistance readings at the other end where it plugs into the back of the tuner. So that I don't think is an issue. So I'm back where I started, which I guess is a good thing because I ain't dead yet, and the radios are still in one piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this one here put back together. Yeah, I didn't take anything really apart from it other than to verify that I did get this connected up properly to the interior of the thing. That's the reason why this was done. And to compare it to the Clipper radio to see if they jived, and they do. So I'm going to put this one back in the box and see how she rocks and rolls, if any, and if she does anything on any band, that's going to be it. I can't devote any more time to this one, and this one will just have to go out the door as a freebie. So I need to get onto some of my radios, and then I do need to get this one here punched up, but this one here is not going to be as involved because it already functions correctly, and I'm just going to go through and double check the connections that I made, the disconnections that I made to the radio, and make sure everything's up to snuff, and to get the new E-caps mounted up in here and get it cleaned up, and get the case cleaned up, and get her all nice and slickified, and get her back to California. So I just wanted to let everybody know I'm still alive and above ground. We all will be notified whenever I get this thing planted and back ready to ship. And that'll be it. And then it's going to be an eeny, meeny, miny, mo again on which one to pull off the shelf. So I'll see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone, and thanks for hanging in there. It's been a little shivery, my timbers around here. So see you soon.